You could also, if you wanted to, like, you could be like a big brother or like a mentor to like a younger child in need.
Peter,
or something like
Peter,
that.
let me stop you for a minute. Stop you for a minute. Hold on. This doesn't seem... Now, you read a lot of lists on the air.
Yeah.
Where's this... frankly, let me be honest. Where's this bullshit coming from?
What?
This is not a list of things you would do. You've never done any of these things.
Well...
I've known you for over 2,000 years. You've never done one of those fucking things.
Well...
You never mentored anybody. You never fucking... One time you've ever been to a soup kitchen is to eat fucking soup. What? What's going on? What the fuck's going on? Where's the St. Peter list?
Goddamn!
I want the St. Peter list.
You want it?
Halloween, man. Come on. Step it up. Step your game up. Come on.
You want the St. Peter list, Jesus?
Yes.
Is that what, okay.
Give me the St. Peter list.
I was trying to be fucking nice, but here you go. You can, you only fuck hookers that are in costume.
There you go.
Like full.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like any costume?
Yeah, like full costume.
All right. Hit it.
When you come on the hooker, you either have to say trick or treat, or just go boo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're getting into the if you don't mind my pun, the meat of the matter.
That's right.
Go ahead, Peter.
The meat. Speaking of the meat, when you're done with the fucking hooker, you pay her in fun size Snickers. Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Fuck that hooker.
That's better.
That hooker.
The second three were definitely better than the first three.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's right, Jesus.
By the way, Peter,
what?
Chemo's still in the haunted house. He likes it in there. I don't know what's up. I mean, it's going to be gone in a few days. We're going to tear it down after Halloween. I don't know what he's going to do. He seems kind of skittish. Chemo seems a little skittish. Did anything happen?
What?
On the way back, Peter?
Oh, were you insinuating that I ass raped Chemo or something, Jesus?
I didn't insinuate anything. That's the conclusion that you jumped to.
I should look at your face.
Did you rape Chemo?
I did not rape Chemo.
Did you ass rape Chemo?
I did not ass rape Chemo.
Is that why he's hiding in the haunted house?
No, it is not, Jesus.
God damn it, Peter.
I don't know what the fuck.
Seriously, we make jokes. If I find out,
God damn it, Jesus,
you ass raped poor little Chemo Suave, his fucking ass has been pounded into ground beef by now.
God damn it, Jesus,
after 5.5 years in Mexican ass rape prison. If I find out anything happened, I'm fucking you up.
Don't fucking threaten me, Jesus. I ain't doing nothing to that little fucking Mexican spick fucking bastard.
Yeah. That's enough.
You're just annoying the shit out of me, you motherfucker.
Shut up. Chemo's just sitting. He won't leave the haunted house. He fucking loves it. It's like his house. We're gonna leave the haunted house up all year. He's not doing any intern duties. He's sitting in the goddamn haunted house. We got to have interns bring him food and shit. He's like now he's not interning, and he's tying up other interns that could be doing something important. Some kind of important groundbreaking research for the show or some shit. Finding fart sound effects. I don't know. Something other than this little fucking Mexican eating into my budget. Living in my haunted house. Anyway, Stern G Show Live. That was St. Peter's list of things to do on Halloween. Besides trick-or-treating, you can do the first three, the second three, you can do all six. You can do none of them. Whatever. Do what the fuck you want, man. It's your Halloween. Stern Jesus Show Live. More awesomeness. Still to come. You don't want to miss it. Stern Jesus Show podcast. October 30th, 2015. Welcome back, everybody. Those of you listening on CannabisRadio.com. And Retro Stern Jesus will probably cut out of the episode. I forgot. There's copyrighted music in it. Some of the platforms we're going on, we cannot have copyrighted music. So if you want to hear that Retro Stern Jesus, you have to go back to the October 30th episode on SternJesus.net and check it out. It's time now for this date in stoner history. It's supposed to be dramatic music. I don't know. This date in stoner history is, of course, a long-running segment on the show. Going back to this date, In 1977, two friends in California, Frank James and Steve Ballantyne. Frank and Steve. They got really baked the night before Halloween, and they decided, you see on these cool bongs in High Times magazine, they decided that they were going to make a bong out of pumpkins. It just so happened that Steve's parents had a shit ton of pumpkins in their garage, some sort of pumpkin surplus, I don't know. Don't worry about it. Don't question Jesus. Fucking music sucks. Somber, tragic. It's better, I guess. Damn it. Anyway, Frank and Steve, they decided they're going to make a bong out of a pumpkin. There's tons of fucking pumpkins. Steve's parents' garage. So that's where they go. Steve's parents' garage. Try their hand at making bongs out of pumpkins. High as fuck. They went through many pumpkins. They went through 7 pumpkins. Never able to get it just right. Really quite sad when you think about it. They were so obsessed with making these fucking bongs out of these goddamn pumpkins that they completely missed Halloween. It came and went while they tried to figure different ways of making a bong while smoking joints in Steve's parents' garage. Steve's parents were somewhere else. I don't know where the fuck they were. It doesn't matter. What matters is that Frank and Steve, the first people to ever attempt to make a bong out of a pumpkin, was a technique that was later perfected in the 80s and the 90s, later brought to the height of perfection in the bong making community or whatever.
This is the USA Radio Business Report. I'm Russ Jones. Federal regulators are hitting Japanese airbag maker Takata with the largest fine in the history of the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. NHTSA Administrator Mark Rosekind announced the penalty.
Takata agrees to pay the largest civil penalty in NHTSA's history, $200 million. It must pay $70 million in cash and remaining amounts if it violates the terms of NHTSA orders.
Takata will have to phase out and recall all the defective airbag inflators that have been known to rupture. Officials are also accelerating recalls of the defective airbags.
It orders the 12 manufacturers that have issued Takata recalls to complete those recalls on an accelerated schedule and to prioritize vehicles based on risk.
More than 19 million vehicles in the U.S. have already been recalled over the issue. This is the USA Radio Business Report. I'm Russ Jones.
Ganjapreneur.com, your guide to the cannabis business world. Ganjapreneur.com is a comprehensive resource for cannabis professionals and entrepreneurs. Download the Ganjapreneur app on your smartphone or tablet to catch up on cannabis industry news, scroll through our daily job listings, and learn about successful cannabis companies, executives, and investors. Ganjapreneur.com, helping Ganjapreneurs grow.
Podcasting about all things cannabis. This is CannabisRadio.com, a service of Cannabis Media. Stand by for another great hour of CannabisRadio.com. But first, let's get you informed with news around the world in 90 seconds.
This is USA Headline News. I'm Joe Gomez. U.S. intelligence officials reportedly believe an explosive brought down the Russian plane over Egypt last weekend. An official tells CNN that a bomb planted in a piece of luggage or somewhere else on the plane likely downed the jet, although no solid conclusions have been reached. The source says ISIS or an ISIS-linked affiliate is probably responsible. An ISIS-linked group has claimed responsibility for the crash that killed over 220 people. Authorities in Illinois say the shooting death of a police officer was as carefully staged as suicide.
We have determined this staged suicide was the end result of extensive criminal acts that Glinowitz had been committing.
Lake County Major Crimes Task Force spokesperson George Filinko says an overwhelming amount of evidence shows Lieutenant Charles Joseph Glinowitz had been stealing and laundering money from the police department for the past 7 years. This is USA Headline News.
UK and US intelligence suggests the Russian jet that crashed in Egypt, killing all 224 people on board, may have been brought down by a bomb. British Prime Minister David Cameron will hold talks with Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi on Thursday, just a day after the UK halted all flights into the Red Sea resort of Sharm el-Sheikh. And social media site Facebook has reported a spike in profits.
Dr. Dabber, hurry! Its temperature is shooting past 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. It's burning up.
I'm afraid for this little guy, it's just too late.
What caused the problem?
Only Dr. Dabber can maintain the perfect temperature for a smooth-tasting, slower burn. This standard vaporizer lost all of its health benefits, sending it up in smoke.
So you're telling me that most vapor pens burn so hot they produce smoke, not vapor?
Correct. Keep away from those standard vaporizer pens and turn to Dr. Dabber. Doctor's orders.
Less heat, more flavor.
Chronicling the latest cannabis industry news and headlines.
Well, with 4 states with tax and regulate and the District of Columbia.
The state of cannabis.
Oh my God, it's refreshing. We have people that generally wouldn't speak on behalf of cannabis for fear of retribution, fear of losing your practices, fear of many of those things, and find ourselves in a place that we finally can.
Bringing you fact-based news and views and keeping listeners on the pulse of what's happening in the industry today. The state of cannabis. On demand anytime, only on CannabisRadio.com. It's time to share some good news about cannabis. Good News with Nurse Heather starts now, only on CannabisRadio.com.
Get ready to hear something good about cannabis. Nurse Heather brings her eternal optimism and professional expertise to the stories of the day, discussing current topics and events, making life's lemons into sweet lemonade, and sharing a tall glass with guests, friends, and her listeners. CannabisRadio.com is happy to present Good News with Nurse Heather, the show infused with compassion and love.
From high atop Mount Soledad in beautiful San Diego, California, 100 feet above sea level. Good morning, beautiful listeners. This is Good News with Cannabis Nurse Heather. I'm her trusty sidekick, Canna Kenny. And today we have another wonderful show. We'll be speaking with Cristala Allen, who is a cannabis Cunandera, and she is also involved in the Native American world and with the Native workplace. And Nurse Heather, I'm excited to have this beautiful guest today because I know that your background is steeped in the tradition of Native America by virtue of your hometown, Farmington, New Mexico. Tell our beautiful listeners a little bit about that before we introduce our guest.
Oh, thank you, Canna Kenny, and welcome to our Good News listeners. It is a beautiful and magical day today as we're talking about, as you said, one of my favorite subjects, health and wellness and traditional and spiritual perspectives regarding those things. As you said, I am from New Mexico, and where I was raised with Native American healers and amazing, wise people who helped me to learn along my way. And our guest today is one of these people. She is a true Native healer with magical powers and deep wisdom. Welcome, Cristala, or should I say, Madam Mota.
Good morning to all of you. Good morning.
Cristala, you have